I was like, I know who's on each side, but who's who? Kia ora and welcome to the Karapiro Open. Today we have the women's semi-final, Zeimann and Macdonald versus Sadlier and Houghton. We'll be kicking off in a very quick couple of minutes. The girls are just underway, having a bit of a warm-up. And warming up strong. We can expect some big hits from these women today. We were watching these ladies on the other courts warming up earlier, and they're great at scrambling and great at communicating, so it should make for a very exciting game.
Abby, nice to meet you. I'm going to be helping commentate with you. So.
All right, set one will be underway very shortly, in a couple of minutes' time.
All right, if you're joining us here today, we're here at the Karapiro Open down at the Mighty River Domain for a big three-star match. We've got our first women's semi-final up here with Alice Zeimann and Olivia Macdonald, taking on Katie Sadlier and Libby Houghton. I'm joined here with Abby Jessup from skysportnext.
Woohoo!
You! And I'm your host, Trent Webby from Hamilton.
The good old Tron.
Tron. We have the first point there, going to Katie Sadlier and Libby Houghton, with just at the net.
Houghton on the service. Oh, nice roll on the line by Macdonald. Great service by Alice Zeimann. Nice touch. Oh, almost a great recovery, but great scrambling. Sadlier on the service. Great second ball. Oh, read that very well on the inside of that block.
Bit of a miss hit there by Houghton. Could have potentially been going out, but Macdonald going for the touch.
Oh, awesome swing.
Nobody on the net. Katie Sadlier pulling for what she thought was a poor set. It just shows a bit of class there from Olivia Macdonald, being out hit off the net.
Lovely dig.
Just dropping short there actually for Libby. A little bit about the conditions today. How are we looking at the moment, Abby?
Not too bad. A little bit overcast. There's a bit of a breeze in the air, which makes it fun for a bit of a float.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, this breeze I was actually just playing before, and it was swirling around quite a bit out there. It is calming down just a little bit, but it is still pretty gusty. About 24k gusts coming through today.
Oh, did you see that swing by Macdonald?
Yeah, great pick. Coming for the jumbo. Goes on two. Libby gets another touch.
Oh, great scrambling.
Yeah, awesome scramble. So that brings up our first side change, going 4-3 to Zeimann and Macdonald.
So far, so close.
On the screen now you will see Macdonald coming up with the serve, float serve.
Nice idea. Oh, was that off the block?
Yes, yeah. Good play there actually. Macdonald serving and having to run to the net for the block. Critical to get that ball back across as quick as possible. So Houghton and Sadlier are going on two, hitting it on the second ball rather than the third. Remember you have 3 touches in beach volleyball.
Lovely roll in position. As you can see, Houghton wasn't quite lined up there, so had to try and scramble for that line. Oh, lovely swing.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of aggression here at the moment from Macdonald to kick it off with. Even when block is on or off, sets on or off, which is really good to start out firing the first set, just making sure you set the rhythm. And she's showing that she's going to be attacking quite a lot of balls in this game. And that takes the baseline. Ace serve.
Those services can be very hard to read by Zeimann. She's got a very nice flat serve, which can be hard to tell if it's going in or out that back line.
Great set there. Picked by Zeimann.
Beautiful swing.
Yeah, massive.
Got that hand to it, but just not quite.
Story of two tales at the moment. We've got Macdonald and Sadlier being the doing the power plays, big attacks, with Sadlier and Houghton going for the tendency of shooting the ball a bit more.
Oh, good touch. Nice recovery.
Yes.
Easy ball over.
But out, just a bit too far out there.
It looked like it was a bit of a lucky call as well. They weren't too sure whether it was going in or out.
Yeah. It's critical in that situation when you're in the baseline to be aware of where the lines are, but you really rely on your partner to be calling you in or out. Because you're just looking up at that ball, you have no clue what's below you.
Oh, and great serve. Lovely scrambling.
Deja vu there.
Yeah. It's like a replay.
Yeah.
And nice
spot.
roll. Read that play really well, exactly where the gap was.
We just may have a mix-up on the score here at the moment, I believe. So please don't pay attention to the score there. We'll get you the correct score very shortly. Yeah, the score's just around the wrong way there. So if you're looking at your screen at the moment, score's wrong. It is currently actually 10-5 to Zeimann Macdonald's. Just put those scores on the opposite sides.
Oh, what a swing. Right in the corner. Those girls can hit.
Corners, it's a love-hate relationship with corners. So hard to defend the corner. And it can always be either 1 inch out or 1 inch in. It's really dependent on the breeze, actually. And
Yeah.
It's hard to tell what kind of conditions. The wind's kind of not as gusty as it was before.
12-5 to Zeimann and Macdonald in the lead. Oh, right on the
Good
net.
joust.
Yes. Nice scrambling.
Oh, unfortunately, set too tight. Great serve.
Lovely serve.
Wow. That was an interesting play. I haven't seen that happen before.
Yeah. These girls are very good at their placement, that's for sure.
I think they got lucky on that one, actually. Liv was running to the net, just didn't make it in time, so she stayed 1 meter off, threw the hands up and managed to touch the ball. Wish I could do that.
Great service. Nice rollover.
A little bit of breeze picking up.
Wow. Oh, great day.
That was...
Got to give Houghton some good ups for that.
Yeah.
I mean, the swing was immaculate.
Yeah. It's actually the worst thing. You hit it real hard and it comes back over on one. You can't transition that quick when it goes to that deep corner. The big service run here, actually. A couple of big service runs here from Zeimann and Macdonald, and they just get an ace on the tag there. So the breeze at the moment, you may be able to see by the flags, the skysportnext flags there. It's circling a little bit, but it is probably coming from that baseline from the right of your screen. But as you can see, the flags are turning around, which makes for interesting volleyball. A set that you would have done 1 point earlier probably won't be as good the next point because you don't know where that wind's going to turn it.
It's been changing all day.
It has been. You say we had a big southwesterly, I believe it was, and actually put a chill factor into the game. Yep. But at the same time, it was, it's gusty. And I think when I'm playing volleyball, I prefer it just to be a constant wind. You get used to it and you adapt to it. But when it's gusty, yeah, it's unpredictable what you're going to be setting or passing.
All right, and it looks like our technical timeout is ready to get back into action.
It's currently in the lead. We've got Zeimann and Macdonald. If you're just joining us, this is the Karapiro Open 3-star tournament. What does a 3-star tournament mean? Well, this is the lead up to what will be the New Zealand Beach Tour. It's not the New Zealand Beach Tour yet. The GJ Gardner New Zealand Beach Tour kicks off with our first event in Nelson in the second weekend of January.
Nice rollover from Houghton.
Very good. Call that a little tape roll there. Hard to defend. It slows down significantly fast once it hits that top yellow tape on the net.
Awesome swing. The block was nearly there, but just couldn't quite close it. Right in between. Zeimann on the service here.
There's that deep corner serve again. They've used that about 3 or 4 times.
It's a little bit far.
Service error there by Alice Zeimann.
One of the first ones of the day for these girls.
Yeah, you're right. Actually been serving very well. A lot of service aces.
Oh, that was a lovely serve.
Wow.
Wow. Buried it.
Something you don't actually see on the within women's beach volleyball is hand setting. It's interesting. It's a very risky play, hand setting, because you can be called for a double contact if it comes out of the hands. Well, spin doesn't indicate a double contact, but watching the hands and on a breezy day, it's pretty tricky to get that hand setting going. Oh,
Lovely read, but just a net touch there. Just got a little bit too eager. So if you touch the area or if you touch the tape, that's a point to the opposition.
wrapping behind. Set just not wide enough, I believe. That could have been based on the wind, pushing that back in. But a nice little transition by Macdonald and Zeimann.
Zeimann and Macdonald are just 2 points away from set point. Well, taking out the set, I should say.
Overpass there by Livy Macdonald, taken advantage of by Katie Sadlier. Serve going long at this point in the game. You kind of just want to be getting a bit of momentum move into that second set. That's definitely not one way to do it. You definitely want to be getting your serves in no matter what point in the game.
Yep, they're crucial.
Great.
Lovely roll and cut.
Yeah, great cut shot there by Libby. So we're on set point here at the moment to Macdonald and Zeimann with Sadlier serving. Great set there up.
Oh, lovely recovery. It's not quite there.
Houghton and Sadlier working hard there, but unfortunately the first set goes over to Zeimann
And
and
Macdonald.
Sadlier. Oh, sorry, yeah, Macdonald. We've just seen a replay here of the earlier semi-final between Bay Fountain, Jack McManaway versus Perry Preston and David Jeffrey. A big 3-set battle that was.
That was an awesome battle.
Well,
Very consistent.
Yeah, I could hear it from the other court actually. A lot of loud yells going on, a lot of big cheers.
Makes for an awesome day of beach volley.
Absolutely. So the team's just having a little time out here, between the sets. They have 3 minutes to have a little chat about what they're going to do strategy-wise. They also will pick which side they'll be playing or if they'll be serving and receiving. And Houghton and Sadlier will be wanting to come out strong start in the second set.
Yep, this is their opportunity to fight back and take it to a third.
Yeah, absolutely. And these games actually are really important this year with the New Zealand Beach Tour, which kicks off in January. 4 different stops. At the first event, which is in Nelson, it's only 8 places. There's only 8 teams that can qualify, and it all depends on how you do in these earlier tournaments. So we've got one more before that, which is next weekend, which is the Malwo 3-star in Mount Maunganui. And after that, we get into the Nelson Pro Tour, followed by Ruakaka, beautiful Northland, in late January. Then we'll be playing in the Cathedral, dropping some sand down in Christchurch, which will be pretty epic. I'm looking forward to that event. And it finishes off with the final event in Mount Maunganui in early March. And that's all sponsored thanks to GJ Gardner Homes.
First point being taken out to Zeimann and Macdonald. But a great way to kick off the season, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Go over on one. Cheeky play. I think she tried to do that on purpose, but unfortunately the breeze has just pulled that outside the line for the error.
Lovely service. Oh, and good read.
And there was a net touch, unfortunately, by Sadlier. She was trying to hide it, but she just touched it. Actually, funny thing about that point just before, they actually switched sides, Sadlier and Houghton, on the serve receive. I think it might have been trying to take the deep corner where Houghton is at the moment. It seems to be what we call the get out jail free card. The wind's kind of coming from that corner more often, so the ball falls within a little bit more.
Oh, good take. Nice scrambling there.
Houghton come up to serve, having travelled up here to the Mighty River Domain here in Lake Karapiro, all the way from New Plymouth. They've got a cool little squad there. There's actually quite a few players here from New Plymouth. That's the great thing about beach volleyball. You can come from all parts of New Zealand. Sometimes,
sorry, you go.
Sometimes you don't even need a beach.
No, exactly.
A few people here, people here from Hamilton. Now we know there's no beach there, but we've got a big sand pit. And we're actually playing in a big sand pit at the moment here at Lake Karapiro, the Mighty River Domain.
Lovely roll. These girls are just finding those gaps in between the players and making them scramble.
Yep.
Lovely dig.
Big block there, but great pick there by Zeimann. Will they put it away? Little cut shot.
Oh, yes, they will.
Lovely little placement there.
The cut shots have been winners today.
They have been. Tell you what, we get more cut shots when we play in areas like this, it's not your normal beach. The sand's a little bit more dense, so you actually move a lot quicker than if you were playing, let's say, at Mount Maunganui or Namotu Beach or Tahunanui Beach, where some of the other stops are for the beach volleyball competitions.
Lovely pass up.
Set just a little bit too short there for Libby.
And so that's what also makes the game of beach volleyball quite challenging, is that not all beach is the same.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I guess if you were playing another sport like tennis or basketball or any other sports, the venues are pretty hard to get different venues, but conditions at a beach court can be dependent on how deep the sand is, if there's big breezes coming offshore, weather permitting. I mean, we've got overcast. This is actually prime conditions. No sun in the eyes, no rain in the eyes.
Yep.
But remember to slip, stop, slap, because you forget to do that, and the overcast will teach you a lesson, that's for sure.
Pretty sure we both learnt the hard way on that one.
Yeah.
Point to Alice and Macdonald there.
So Zeimann and Macdonald getting a good lead start off here in the second set of this women's semi-final at the 3-star Karapiro Open.
It's a little bit too far. One of the first missed serves of the day.
There's that handset again. She's confident, Macdonald, with the handset. It's something that for you at home probably don't realize, that when you do a handset, the tempo, the speed at which you hit the ball is actually a lot quicker, because the ball isn't dropping down to the platform of your dig, to a bump set is what we call it. So for a blocker, they have to go just a fraction earlier. Snuck that one under the radar, but cleaned up by Zeimann.
Houghton's been doing some great defensive work today.
She is, she is. So Macdonald coming back to serve. Macdonald's been training with the high performance women's volleyball camps out at Mount Maunganui for the last few weeks.
Oh, lovely serve. Just floated right in the middle. And those middle balls can be very hard to tell. You have to have great communication with your partner.
They actually call it the husband and wife, because it actually separates a lot of partnerships on the beach court, as well as if you've ever played mixed with your partner, it can definitely cause a bit of stir in the ruckus later on. Tight set. Snuck it under again.
Lovely little read. So as you can see, Zeimann and Macdonald were stuck in the corner, and Houghton saw the opportunity to do that cut shot right in the gap.
Yeah, very good. Strong serve there. But well cleaned up by Zeimann.
Oh, she got payback.
This is going to be an interesting one.
Is it in or is it out?
It's in. It's in. You see, that was a tricky one because the line moved at the same time that Libby actually pushed the line. So, did the ball hit the line? First ref Tim Cleaver said yes, it did touch the line. Good serve there by Zeimann. Miss hit by Katie Sadlier, but it works out. And, good pick.
Yes, good.
They're going on two. They're trying to work fast here. Scramble, Macdonald and Zeimann. Unfortunate. Is that down?
Lovely touch.
They say play on.
Nice work, Houghton.
Debatable about that one, whether it was down. Second ref Bay Fountain saying play on. (12-5) here, formidable lead here by Zeimann and Macdonald, something we saw in the first set as well.
Bit closer though. I reckon these girls can tighten up that gap.
Yeah, they're going to have to step it up a little bit here now. Handset by Zeimann, but just too wide.
Yeah, great idea though. It can be very hard to control those cut shots, especially when you're facing the other way. You have to really be on the ball. Lovely serve.
Deep ball, too deep. Just crosses that baseline. Goes out. Short serve into the net, not needed it right now, but they've still got a little way to go until 21. Key here's the side out for the good side. So there'll be a side change after this point. No, sorry, there'll be a technical timeout after this point. Great set there by Katie Sadlier, and
Lovely swing.
Yeah, just long. We haven't seen much swinging from Libby Houghton, and Katie gives her a great high set. Perfect timing, just unfortunately going too deep. So that brings up our technical timeout.
And the technicals are shorter than the set timeouts?
Correct, yep. So each team gets one set timeout, so they can actually call a timeout, which is 30 seconds. Technical is, I believe, a minute. And then between sets is 3 minutes. So at this point, it's really a chance to catch your breath and maybe even change strategies. I think Houghton and Sadlier will be thinking, okay, what we've been doing might not be working. Is there anything that we can switch up to change the rhythm of the game? It's not a bad thing, but it does mean that you need to get a couple of good runs, and a run is 3 or 4 points in a row.
Yep. And consistency on those serves?
It's definitely number one. Yep. Can't put a ball on the court, can't win a rally. Yeah. I have a little bit of a mantra. My mantra is go hard or go home. I'm a big believer of don't give them a lollipop serve, little lob. You want to give them your best serve all the way through the game. And if you're missing it, you just keep trying.
All right, Macdonald on the service. Oh, nice cut shot there.
Yeah, a little bit unorthodox. She came about inside out. Body was positioned away from the cut. Sliced it back in.
Yeah.
Wind might have helped her a little bit there as well.
Oh, great take.
Oh, a great defense by Katie Sadlier. A free net by Alice Zeimann. She puts a big hammer on it. Katie was right underneath that. Unfortunately, Houghton couldn't get to it.
Yeah, Zeimann and Macdonald are both big headers, so you've really got to make sure you're behind that ball if you want to get a good dig up. So it's really important that Sadlier and Houghton have their positioning on point.
16-8 here in the second set of the women's semi-final here at the Karapiro Open Mighty River Domain 3-star tournament. This coverage is being brought to you by SkysportNext. Pretty epic to have them on board.
And playing live on Sky Sport.
Oh, I like that.
Woohoo!
Epic. Beach volleyball was an entertaining sport to watch, I tell you. It's one of the things that I got into it was the finesse of the sport. Like, it's not like your basketball where it's kind of well, basketball was actually very similar. That's a bad example. It's not like you're rowing where you know it's going to be nut bolt down the end. It's a bit of a the beauty of the game is the whole way through from the very first point.
Yep, every single game is different. And all these ladies have been playing for plenty of years. I remember playing against Zeimann at high school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so these girls have got plenty of experience.
Which high school did you go to, Abby?
Nelson College for Girls.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How good.
Good hit. Great idea down the line. Just out.
Yeah, so Alice Zeimann comes from Burnside.
Yes.
Down in Christchurch. She finished high school and actually got a scholarship to play indoor volleyball over at the University of Minnesota, one of the top-ranked volleyball universities in America. And then she transitioned to beach and now played for University of Florida, I believe. Well, I'd love to be living in Florida. Maybe not right now, but playing beach. Olivia Macdonald actually also came off of a SANS scholarship, one of the first in the country from New Zealand to get a SANS scholarship. See, beach volleyball is new to American collegiate divisions, so there's not as many scholarships, but both of these two have had university scholarships over there in the States. So we've got 18-11 with Olivia Macdonald to serve. It's now or never for Sadlier or Houghton.
Yep, these girls need a good rally. Oh, it kissed that tape.
It's all right. We play on. Oh.
That was close. It was a good scramble.
A little bit about the other team. Katie Sadlier resides from the North Shore up in Auckland. So we've got a lot of different aspects from around here, actually. We've got Houghton from New Plymouth, Sadlier from North Shore, Zeimann from Christchurch originally, and Macdonald, who was actually from Pure Pure.
Wow.
Yeah, of all places. I think she went to New Plymouth Girls High and then over to the States after that.
Yeah, quite a lot of the girls residing from New Plymouth.
Yeah.
Nice serve by Sadlier. And great read by Alice.
Yeah, the go on two, I mentioned it earlier, when the blocker's got to run to the net. Classic time to go on two, hit the second ball because the blocker has to get into position as quick as possible. But you're running 8 meters up to that net. How fast can you sprint 8 meters on sand? How fast do you reckon you can sprint 8 meters on sand, Abby? It's pretty tough.
Yeah, it is pretty tough. Yeah. I was having a serious think just then.
And that actually brings up the final point of the game, match point to Zeimann and Macdonald, 21-12 in the second set. And they'll meet, I believe, Tilly and Polly in the final, which will be back on
around 3 p.m.
Around 3 p.m. So we'll probably take just a short break here now. Abby and Trent here as your hosts, and we'll be back to give you a bit more commentating on the next game, which is the men's final, which kicks off at 2 p.m. And that will be between David Jeffrey and Perry Preston taking on Alani Nicklin and Johan Timmer. We're down here at the Karapiro Open 3-star tournament at the Mighty River Domain here in Lake Karapiro. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, see you shortly.
I was going to say shortly, and as it's soon. I'm glad you said shortly as well.